What is up, everybody? It's your boy Steve here today. So we had to talk about this tweet right here that went somewhat viral, had a lot of attention to it, where this gamer says that, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy is a great game. Well, let me just actually read what he says. As a video game, Guardians of the Galaxy is just as good as Spider-Man, if not better. True game of the year contender. Looking at Twitter, a lot of people didn't get this game, and it was literally one of the best games to release this year. All he pretty much said was that, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy is a great game, almost as great as Spider-Man. And then people were pissed off at this tweet. Sony fanboys were not happy with this tweet whatsoever. It's like, what do you mean this game is as great as Spider-Man? How dare you compare this game to Spider-Man? That's Sony logo, man. It's like, we had several Spider-Man games before in the past that was never hyped up like this most recent Spider-Man game. That is the power, but when you put a Sony logo on a game, it just get instantly overhyped beyond belief. So yeah. Like I said before, I'm actually really enjoying this Guardians of the Galaxy game. I'm on chapter like 12, I believe. The game is fun. I would say it's a great game. I would say like the same statement. It's up there with the Spider-Man game as well, in my opinion too. Like, it's a great game. So I don't see what was wrong with this tweet, but in this whole constant console where we have to constantly bash, I don't know, the opposition. And because he's an Xbox guy, people were pissed because he said this. It's like, how dare you compare it to Spider-Man? Even though most people online who are playing the game saying the game is actually a really great game, so I don't see what the outrage is about with this comment. But let's read some of these salty tweets, shall we? Just as good, if not better. Yo, you need to calm down. Spider-Man is a better game, easy, and people should definitely be able to see through your BS on why you chose Spider-Man. What? So now he's like, wow, you can't even give your opinion on Twitter anymore. Like, wow, he said you're full of BS for saying that. Okay. I've compared them because before Guardians, Spider-Man was clearly one of the best comic book game available. I feel in terms of quality, Guardians is just as good or better. I don't see an issue with my assessment. It's a little bit better than Avengers. It's high tier. It's a high tier game. I will play it eventually, but I am in the middle of 4 games now. Okay. Man, even bots never played Spider-Man. No, this is Cap. Now it became like a console word thing. How did that even happen? Like, what? Oh, this is crazy. After what happened with Avengers, it's not surprising people saw Square Enix's Marvel Avengers as a complete waste of time. Glad the Guardians proved the notion wrong. Of course, you'll say that it's better than Spider-Man. It's basically a religion to try and push that. What? It's like, how dare you question a game, a superhero game, being better than Spider-Man on the PS4? It's like, how dare you? Also, why do you have to bring up Spider-Man? Does it being exclusive to PlayStation still have you tilted? I don't know, maybe because Spider-Man is like the most recent highest scoring superhero game. It's like maybe that's the reason why. It's like, why do you always think of some type of fanboy stuff? Like, what? It's just like they are in like constant like console war mode. They are like in constant defend Sony mode at all costs at all times of the day. Like, it's just ridiculous. You can't even have a conversation about what your favorite superhero game is, if this game is just as good as the other one, because hey, if this other one is a Sony game, you're taking shots at Sony by doing so. Like, this is ridiculous. Great game for sure in my top 3 this year, and from what I've played so far, but the combat in Spider-Man 2018, especially Miles Morales, is definitely superior in my opinion, not nearly as precise. Okay. I'm definitely getting it. Gameplay looks great. But I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm just waiting for my next check. Okay. My brother gifted the game to me, and I'm actually genuinely enjoying it. Giving me lots of laughs, and it has this traditional gameplay style that's actually as an entertainer. I really do like it. So if we're just reading these comments, most people are saying the game is amazing. They actually liked it. So I don't see what the big deal is with this guy saying the game is just as great as Spider-Man. Other game other people liked as well. So I don't get it. It's like saying the game is just as great as like the Batman Arkham games. Like, I think they're probably like one of the most highly rated superhero games in the world too. So I don't see what the big deal is. I don't know. It's fun, but Spider-Man still edges it out. Can't wait to play. I heard nothing but good things about Guardians of the Galaxy. I was worried it was gonna turn out like the Avengers game. Excellent writing, not that great of gameplay, but it's okay for its own. Yeah, the main problem I really have with the Guardians of the Galaxy game is the gameplay. Like, sometimes the buttons is kind of confusing. Like, when you're trying to do the main character's his special attacks, it's kind of confusing to doing those. or doing like or I keep messing up doing like the special move, the huddle move. I keep pressing that button by mistake. So it's little things I wish you could change, but overall, the game is a great game. Overall, it's a great game. I play games to enjoy them. I enjoy Spider-Man. I'm enjoying Guardians as well. They are not the same game, yet they are both equally impressive. Facts, I absolutely love the game. I find it more enjoyable than Spider-Man. Yeah, there was kind of a few points in Spider-Man I didn't like either with the whole stealth missions. I wasn't really a fan of those stealth missions in Spider-Man, but like I said, I don't see anything wrong with this guy's assessment whatsoever. It's like he leaves such an innocent comment and people are just up in arms about it. It's just ridiculous. So glad I can play both on PlayStation. We want games with quick time events now. I was glad they had almost died out. I hope this game doesn't help bring them back. Facts. I'm playing it right now. It's a great game. I keep getting glitches, so I don't think this game of the year needs more polish. Really? I just did a video about a Return to win a game of the year, and that game has the most issues. That game has glitches where you actually lose save data. Your save data is corrupted, but okay. Interesting comment right here. This has been my most surprising game this year. The story and the writing are terrific. Gameplay is good. Graphics are awesome. Wouldn't put it in the Spider-Man tier though. Maybe one rung below. You're just salty because Spider-Man is exclusive to the best console. What? You're just salty because this is on PlayStation. Wow. PlayStation is the only place you can play all these Marvel games. I mean, he has a PlayStation, by the way. These guys are act like they are really some type of exclusive, like some elite exclusive club because they have a PlayStation. I mean, a PlayStation 5 is $500, and Spider-Man can be played on PS4, so that's even cheaper. And I'm pretty sure most people have PS4s. These people really act like they're like in some exclusive club because they have a PlayStation. This is ridiculous. Like, wow. I remember people calling me crazy when I said this game would be fire. No need to bring up Spider-Man. Good games can stand on their own. I mean, but he's compared to one of the best rated superhero games of all time. He's saying his game is almost as great as that. So it makes sense to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it makes sense. His comparison. So the gameplay looks janky and stiff as hell. Stop this. I smell every time I play it. I hope it gets the recognition it deserves. Yeah, this game it does feel like you're just literally like playing like a story from the movies. Especially this is definitely a very great game. The dialogue and everything, the atmosphere, definitely a fantastic game that they made here. Hopefully it gets a sequel. I'm hoping it gets a sequel. Guardians is that good. Game is outstanding. It's effing amazing. So people, we can see the comments. People are saying this game is amazing. It's outstanding. It's their game of the year. So I don't see what was so wrong with the statement. Everybody else is saying it too. Like, what's the big deal? Let's read some quote tweets. I know you're an Xbox fanboy, but yeah, Guardians does look like a great game. Y'all want to claim that game so bad because y'all ain't got Spider-Man and Wolverine. It's so sad. It's always console wars with these people for some reason. Uh, it seems like Adios Montreal is more together than Crystal Dynamics. Gonna have to pick up sometime. Yeah, honestly, Spider-Man is great, but New York just gets a bit boring over time. Like I love the game and everyone is great, but great in it. But I think that I just think that Guardians of the Galaxy is a tad bit better. Okay, it is better than Spider-Man. It definitely looks like a quality game. The Square Enix presentation about it might have put people off. Okay, this guy's just laughing at that statement. Biggest cap ever, 100%. If Xbox get it, then it has to be better, right? I don't care what people who love. I don't know what people who love Miles Morales and try Guns Guards think, but let me know. When you compare a linear shooter to an open world superhero game again, what's really going on here besides an obvious Xbox agenda? What? So now he has an Xbox agenda. What is going on here? These comments just getting ridiculous now at this point. An Xbox agenda. What? Spider-Man is a bigger, more polished experience, and while the Guardians game is great, it's not on the same level. Spidey has more emotional depth to it overall, I think, but it's definitely a game more people should be playing. I agree there. The fact that you need to bring Spider-Man up shows it isn't better. Raiden stands on his own 2 feet. I'm pretty sure people were comparing the Spider-Man game to the Arkham game as the best superhero game, but okay. I never remember Spider-Man being compared to anything when it came out. That's the difference, being compared to Arkham once again. So I know this game is great, one of the best of the year. I may give it a try, but I'll have to I'm gonna have to call Cap right now for what I have seen. LOL, I feel he only said this because it's not a PlayStation exclusive. That doesn't take away from the game itself, but still. Uh, yes, I'm gonna conclude it right here. Wait, we got some more sorry comments. I want to know what he's smoking, cuz. Just laughing. Wow. So he has to be doing drugs because he says a game that most people are saying is great is as great as a Spider-Man game. Like, these comments are just ridiculous. Better than Spider-Man, stop trolling. Like, this is okay. This is the crazy thing about this Spider-Man situation. Spider-Man 2018. Well, 2018 was a great game. I gotta say the game was great. But there has been several other Spider-Mans before that was great as well. I don't know why this one just gets so overblown now, but there's been other Spider-Man games as well that was great. So I just don't get it. It's just like we say the hell with those other past Spider-Man games that was great, but just focus on the Sony one for whatever reason, the PS4 one for whatever reason. I just don't get it. But definitely see your thoughts down below about this. The guy made a tweet saying Guardians of the Galaxy is great. Sony fanboys were pissed. He said the Guardians of the Galaxy was great, if not better than Spider-Man. So let me know your thoughts down below. About this. Leave a like if you like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.